Are you a purpose-driven entrepreneur struggling to get web traffic that converts into paying clients? Stop wasting time and money. Discover how to position yourself as the go-to authority in your niche or industry. Infuse your wow website with the best unmarketing strategies and drive traffic to your website that converts to leads and clients. Listen to the Unmarket Your Business podcast today and watch as your ideal clients find you with ease. Let's head into the studio now with our hostess with the mostest, Carol J. Dunlop. Hey, and welcome. Thank you for coming back for another episode of the Unmarket Your Business podcast. Do I have something special for you today? Guess what? Today marks the 200th, I guess that's good, right? Episode. Yay! I've been doing this for a while now, and I don't know if I ever thought I'd hit 200 or not, but I have, and it feels very good. This episode answers a listener's request. Thank you, Melissa, for bringing this up about lead magnets. And I'm going to do a deep dive into what type, kind of lead magnet actually converts the person from web visitor to paying clients. We're going to go deep in there. So this isn't lead magnet 101. I'm addressing the stuff nobody talks about. The strategic mistakes coaches and purpose-driven entrepreneurs make before they ever write a single word for their freebie, and exactly how to fix them. You don't want to miss it, so stick around. Before we get into the episode, guess what it is this week? This is Mompreneur Week. Never heard of that? I'm not surprised because I created it. I wanted to showcase all the mompreneurs out there and tell them I see you because I'm a mompreneur. And it doesn't matter if you're an older mompreneur, just became a mompreneur, maybe you are a mompreneur by way of a bonus child. Does not matter. If you're a mom, no matter how you got there, and if you're a entrepreneur, then you are a mompreneur. And I created this week to actually showcase you, thank you, and honor you. So on my social media, which is CSI Corporation, across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, let's see who else. There's something, Pinterest. You'll see the mompreneurs that I'm honoring. There are 5 women. That doesn't mean there's everybody, but there are 5 women that I'm honoring in this, and you'll see about their stories. So if you're a mompreneur, you're building something real while showing up for everyone you love. You have the expertise, you have the drive. What you need now is visibility and a strategy that actually fits your life. I created also the Mompreneur Visibility Authority System. It includes 4 essential resources plus 30 days inside the Unmarketing Academy to help you go from overlooked to in demand. And because you deserve more than just the basics, you'll also receive the Copy Power Pack as a free bonus, which includes 50 fill in the blank headlines, so you don't have to think, just fill in the information that's needed, 25 high converting call to action templates, and 10 about page opening hooks. And it's all a $97 value for just that Copy Power Pack alone. Now, this Copy Power Pack is to make sure that your website works as hard as you do. So that's 5 powerful resources, 1 clear mission, get you visible, positioned, and booked as the authority that you already are. This system was created for the woman who's ready to stop being the best kept secret in their industry. So go there and check it out. You can find out more about the Mompreneur Visibility Authority System by going to CSIcorporation.com/MVAS or MVAS, CSIcorporation.com/MVAS, and you can check out the whole thing, what's included, what you get, what it's all about. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. It's time for tech time. And the technology today that I'm showcasing is ActiveCampaign. I think I've showcased it a lot, but ActiveCampaign is so important that I have to. You can't sleep on it. You can't not have it. It is the bomb.com. And guess what? I have a free trial for you. If you go to csicorporation.com/ActiveCampaign, you can get 14 days absolutely free to get in there, see what it's like, see what it's all about, test out some things, and see if it is the bomb.com thing that I'm telling you about, which it is. But you can use it because I've used it for several years, and I use it for all my emails, email campaigns, nurturing campaigns, pre-sale campaigns, after sale, just everything. All kind of automations you can create in there. Helps you keep up with your list, see who's opening, who's doing stuff. I even have a couple of automations running that will tell me who's engaged and who's not engaged. So go ahead and check that out. Get your free trial of 14 days so you can check it out at csicorporation.com/ActiveCampaign. There's no guest today. It's just me, and I'm teaching you how to create an irresistible lead magnet that actually converts. And as I said before, this is a request from one of my listeners and clients and subscribers. They asked me about doing something about lead magnets and the following landing pages that are attached. And guess what? This is going to be a two-parter because I had so much information to talk about with the lead magnet and make sure you get the right one that the landing page stuff just wouldn't fit in there naturally, and it would have been like a 5-hour episode. Who wants that? So next week is going to be about what happens after the download and the landing page and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. And then in just a few minutes, we're going to get into how you can create an irresistible lead magnet. I got some points for you, what to do, what not to do, how to solve the problem. So come on back right after this. What's holding you back from hitting go on your marketing plan? Fear, being unsure, imposter syndrome, frustration? That stops now. What if I showed you how to reach your target audience and get them to buy? How to make social media marketing easy? How to understand the power of email marketing? And how to conquer your fear of putting yourself out there? What if I provided you with simple tools and techniques, easy to implement training that bring you clarity, and give you the expertise and the know-how to convert marketing into money? Hey there, I'm Carol J. Dunlop, the online wild strategist and 6-time best-selling author. I teach purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you to convert marketing into money. If you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur who's ready to stop allowing fear and frustration to keep you stuck and instead embrace clarity, authority, and expert instruction to convert your marketing strategies into money in the bank, then you need to join the Unmarketing Academy. In the Academy, you'll take a deep dive into the tools, techniques, and trainings that helped me and my husband to sustain our successful business in spite of the 2008 recession, 2 major health crises, and of course, the pandemic. The Academy is about replacing expensive, frustrating, and overwhelming marketing practices with simple, easy to implement marketing resources that get you in front of your target audience and get you paid. This Academy is for purpose-driven entrepreneurs who crave simple marketing strategies, coaches who need real-life trainings to take the overwhelm out of marketing, small business owners who are ready to conquer their fear of putting themselves out there, service providers who want to use social media and email marketing effectively, action takers who are ready to go live without fear. Market business successfully takes work and marketing. Without marketing, they don't know you exist. If you're ready to convert your marketing into money, you need to join the Unmarketing Academy. Join the Unmarketing Academy today by going to unmarketyourbusiness.com/join. All right, you ready to get into this? I am. So let's start off with this part. Here's why most lead magnets fail before they're even created. Think about that for a second. Why do lead magnets fail? And failing means nobody's downloading them. So you can't help anybody if they don't download them and read them or whatever kind of lead magnet you have, take action or consume it. So Let's get that out of the way. So there are three major mistakes most entrepreneurs make before they even create said lead magnet. Mistake number one, you built it for yourself, not your ideal client. So most coaches create a lead magnet around what they love to teach, not what their ideal client is desperately searching for. There's a difference between what you're passionate about and what your audience is losing sleep over. What is waking them up at 2:00 in the morning or not even letting them get to sleep? That's what your lead magnet and probably every other lead magnet you create, that's what it needs to be about. Your lead magnet has to solve their urgent problem, not something they're not even thinking about, not something you think, wow, this would be just great and awesome if they knew this. They don't care about that. And they're going to skip over it. Even if they see it, they're going to skip over it. And even if they download it and look at it because it's interesting, they're not going to go one step further. So we don't want that. So don't build your lead magnet for yourself. Build it for your ideal client. Mistake number two, you make it too broad. It covers too much stuff. Like this one, 10 tips to grow your business. Okay. I'll tell you what, if with all the chatbots out there, all the AI and stuff, you can get 10 tips, 20 tips, 100 tips to grow your business. But most of the people who are coming to see you, they don't care about that. They want to know how to grow their particular specific business, not just any business, but their business. And if you put something out, 10 tips to grow your business, that's not a lead magnet, it's really a brochure or a one pager or something like that. You have to get narrow. You have to get specific. And the more narrow you get, the more specific you are, the higher that your lead magnet will convert from just sitting on your website to somebody downloading it, consuming it, and doing what it says. So how about this one? 3 email scripts to re-engage cold leads this week. I think that would be a really good email lead magnet, right? That beats email marketing guide every single time. Email marketing guide, 3 email scripts to re-engage cold leads this week. Which one would you get? Specificity signals relevance, and relevance gets the opt-in. Okay, the third mistake, excuse me, this is the most important and least thought about one. You have no idea where this lead magnet fits into your phone. Because for years, people were saying, get a lead magnet, put it on your, excuse me, put it on your site so people can download it. And then it stops right there. Okay, they download it, they've got it, they receive nothing else from you. And they don't even look at the download. We're all busy, busy doing good things, bad things, things we shouldn't do, things we should do, whatever. We're just busy, right? So when we download something, who's to say we're going to use it? Most of the lead magnets people download, I know for me, are going to sit on my hard drive and I won't ever go back to them if I don't get a reminder or some kind of email saying, hey, did you download that thing? Did you get this out of it? Or if it's not something that I'm really, hot Johnny on the spot thinking about, I ain't looking at that thing. So I don't want that to happen to you. A lead magnet doesn't live in isolation. It needs to be the first step in a relationship that you're building with this soon-to-be client. And it should end with someone paying you and becoming a client, right? If you don't know what comes after the download, what email they get, what offer it leads toward, what action you want them to take next, your lead magnet is just a file on the internet that nobody acts on. So don't do that. Make sure that it is a part of, it needs to be like step 1. I do this thing in my unmarketing intensive where we go through your value ladder, and your value ladder shows you at every step how you can make more money because the client wants more out of you. And the more expertise you're sharing with them, they're paying more for it. So, and be for real, you're not going to just go out and give your expertise away to like anybody, on the street. How would you like to know how to do this right here? And they say, sure. Don't you want to get paid? Yes, you do. So the freebie is something that you give away. It's like a sample or a taste of what it's like, not only to work with you, but what you're like, what your thought process is, how you can solve problems so you can showcase it. Think Costco. You go in Costco, you get all those little samples and stuff, and you're like, oh gosh, that is so good. I'm gonna go buy it. You never even heard about this bacon wrapped sausage thing ever in your life, but now you can't get it out of your mind, and so you got to go get a package of it out the freezer. That's what you want your lead magnet to do. Next thing is, these are 4 questions that your lead magnet must answer for it to be successful, not sit on somebody's hard drive and be the piece that people are looking for. Like, yes, I'm going to use that. All right. Before you write a single word, answer these 4 questions. Number 1, who is this for specifically? It's not coaches, entrepreneurs, but what type of coach? At which stage of business? With what specific problem? Think about that. Not just coaches in general, not just purpose-driven entrepreneurs, because that is my audience, but which purpose-driven entrepreneur? What is their purpose? What are they looking for? What are they trying to get out of this? The more specific you are, the more your ideal client will feel like you just read their journal. You just popped something out of their brain. How did you get in there? That's what you want them to feel. Okay, question number 2, what one problem does it solve? Not 5 problems, not a plethora of things, not a general overview. One problem solved well creates a quick win. And a quick win builds a trust that leads to a sale. Because if you show someone something they didn't know, or a way to do something they had no idea about, it's going to perk their interest. And they're like, what else she got under that hood? Let's go see. And a quick win builds a trust that leads to a sale. If your lead magnet tries to do too much, it accomplishes absolutely nothing, because people get overwhelmed, and an overwhelmed mind says no, or says nothing, or does nothing. Question 3, what is the quick win that you're giving to them, that you're providing for them? What is the promise that you're saying? You download this and this will happen. Your lead magnet must deliver a result your ideal client can experience within minutes or hours of downloading it, not days or weeks. The faster the win, the stronger the trust. The stronger the trust, the more likely they are to invest in your paid offer. So if you can show them how to do something really quickly, one single thing quick, I mean, it doesn't have to be something that they've got to, make a recipe, bake a cake, right? If you're a baker and you want to teach people how to bake cakes on their own at home, what's one thing that you could tell them to do that will be a quick win? And it could be, don't use this pan, use that pan. And this is where you can find that pan. And this is what you want to look for in that pan. And when you turn on the oven, make sure you have the oven at X degrees so it won't destroy that pan or your cake. And then your cake is going to come out like mine. Does that make sense? I hope so. Last question, number 4, what's the natural next step? And a lot of people miss out on this because, like I said, download my free lead magnet, whatever it is, they download it and never hear from you again. They never know anything that you're doing. You just know that they downloaded that doggone lead magnet. But what's the next step? Remember I said it needs to be part of your program or something? The last page of your lead magnet should not be, thank you for downloading and reading this. It should be an invitation. What do you want them to do after they consume this lead magnet? Book a call, join your program, download another resource. If there's no next step, you've lost the momentum the lead magnet just built. Now, for me, I usually invite people with a reason to have a call with me, online wow assessment, or, I'll pick one of the sessions that I have so that they can get all their answers, get to know me a little bit better. I can get to know them better. And if they have questions about that particular lead magnet or what comes next, I can answer it. But if you just say, thank you for reading this, and then I go about your business, they're not going to ask you anything. You got to tell people what to do. You got to tell them in no uncertain terms what to do. Why? Because you are the expert. They came to your platform, your website, and they know that you are the one who's supposed to be doing this big thing for them. And you have to live up to your expertise. You just do. Now, here are some hidden conversion killers. These are the things that rarely or almost never thought about, but they're the reason lead magnets collect dust instead of clients. The first one, the delivery experience. Most people obsess over the content of their lead magnet and completely ignore how it's delivered. If someone opts in and receives a clunky autoresponder email with a broken link, and yes, I have to be honest, that stuff has happened to me, sometimes beyond my control. I have no idea. Something went down, something didn't work, so you got to check on it, right? Or maybe it has a generic subject line, no personality. You've already lost them because they're like, dang, I just spent like 5 minutes that I'll never get back in my life. Download this stupid thing. I've done that several times when people are like, this is what it is. Oh my God. And it wasn't that it wasn't what they said it was. It just, when I got it, it wasn't anything. And you don't want people to feel like that about your lead magnet. And I heard this a long time ago, and I utilized this philosophy. It should be something you can sell, but you chose not to sell it because you want to give it away free. Now, I'm not talking about a 4-module course, because ain't nobody gonna go through all that. And even if you do give that away for free, the value in their brain is like, it can't be all that if they're giving it away for free. So watch that. The delivery email is part of the experience. It sets the tone for the entire relationship. Make it warm, make it personal, and definitely keep it on brand. Make the subject line bring out the excitement they need in order for them to open it. Because just because they signed up for your list and they wanted it doesn't mean that they're actually going to download that lead magnet, open it, and consume it. And make the email feel like it came from a real human who is genuinely glad that they showed up. Next, the title is doing nothing for you, the lead magnet, or making that person excited. Your lead magnet title is either pulling people in or pushing them away. And most titles push people away because they're generic and like free guide, checklist, workbook. That's not a title. That is just telling you what the thing is. It's a format label. Your title needs to communicate a specific outcome or transformation. Now compare these. And this is stuff that I have done. So I can tell you how I've grown up. All right. So the first example is essential website pages. Okay, it's okay, right? We know that these pages for your website are essential. That's why you need to get this workbook and see what they are and how to do them. But this year I upgraded that because see, I'm just like you, I'm learning and growing too. So I converted it to client converting wow website essential pages workbook. The first one was essential website pages. Didn't tell you a whole lot, did it? But then I changed it to client converting wow website essential pages workbook. Which one would you download? Next, the design is costing you credibility. Now, actually, in all honesty, you do not need a graphic designer for everything that you do. There are so many, like I said before, AI agents and things like that. And one of my best platforms is Canva. You don't need to be a designer because Canva can give you everything you need. However, you do need to put in the effort. A lead magnet that looks like it was made in a rush signals that your paid offer might not be worth the investment either. However, a clean, branded, professional looking freebie signals authority before your ideal client reads a single word. First impressions work the same in design as they do in person. One of my clients, I remember this years ago, she was like, she called me Miss Carol. Miss Carol, your stuff always looks so professional, so beautiful. And, it's clear and concise. That was a huge compliment to me because I know that I like good design. I'm a designer. I like to see good design. I like to see functional design. I like to see things that aren't overpowered by design. I want to get to the nitty gritty. And for someone to now this was just free stuff. She hadn't even at that point joined the program or anything. She was like, it's beautiful. I love it. I love that too. Thank you so much. So you don't want the design or non-design to cost you credibility. So get on over there to Canva and see what they got. See how you can integrate it with your brand colors, your brand fonts, your brand ideals, how you talk, and all of that. It's just a quick way for you to do something that could take you forever. And then for those, next level things, hire a designer. Because if that's not your lane, don't be trying to fool around with it. Finally, this conversion killer. Woo, we've been talking about it. It's not connected to anything you actually sell. And this is a big one. I've seen coaches give away incredible free content that has absolutely nothing to do with their paid program. Your lead magnet must be the logical on-ramp to your offer or one of your offers. If you sell a 6-week coaching program on building confidence, your lead magnet should not be about productivity hacks. It should solve a problem that your ideal client has right before you, and they're ready to invest in confidence coaching. Think of it as a free sample. Like I said about Costco, they don't actually go around and just pick up, random food items. They are there to sell a specific food item. So what do? They go get that food item. They already have all that stuff stacked up and ready for them to go. They are a paid representative for that product. They take that product, they cook it in front of you. It smells real good. And then they have the little sticks and the pieces that they give you. And I've seen some people go by there 3 or 4 times. It's so good. Just buy the product, right? You eventually wind up buying it anyway. That's what you want to do with your lead magnet. It's just a piece of what you have, what you've done. It's showing them a lot. Now, here's some lead magnet formats that really work, because not everything is a good format for a quick win, something that's easy for somebody to do. If they download something, it's going to take them too long to do it. Guess what they're going to do? Leave it on that hard drive, never open it again. So here's some formats that really work. The first one is a quick win checklist. It's simple, it's scannable, immediately actionable, works best when your ideal client is overwhelmed and needs a clear starting point. Next is the mini guide or framework. Framework is a big word these days, but the mini guide, telling them how to do something really quickly, a step-by-step approach to solving one specific problem. There it is, one specific problem. Works best when your ideal clients need structure and not just a list. Then there's the swipe file or a template. Done for you copy, done for you scripts or frameworks they can plug in immediately. Works best when your ideal client's problem is execution, not strategy. And I hear that all the time when people are talking about posting on social media. Well, not so much now, but several years ago, posting on social media, trying to keep up the consistency. I can't keep up with the consistency. So if you give them a template, it's going to help them. I actually remember purchasing a couple of templates. These weren't even lead magnets. They were actually templates that showed me how to do my YouTube channel, for each video. It had everything. What's your title? What's your this? What's your that? And once you start working that and filling that out, it's like easy peasy to remember, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to think about that. So that's what you're doing. And the reason that it's easy is because that person had that template that I could either download for free or purchase, with more stuff in it. And it helps me. And I remember. So you want to be that person. The self-assessment or audit. I love audits. People love audits. They love self-assessments. They love trying to see, how do I stack up against, these other people and stuff. So it helps your ideal client identify exactly where they are, what they need to fix. And it works best when your audience doesn't know what the problem is, and positions you as a guide who can help them solve it. So I do this with the assessment inside the Unmarketing Academy. It's the first thing, right after the welcome video, is the first thing you do. Take this unmarketing assessment and see where you are with marketing your business so you can get clients. And then they take the assessment and it tells them what type of purpose-driven entrepreneur they are, how they are technologically, what they need to focus on. It's all concise and right there. And the final one is a short video training. One focused lesson delivering one result. Works best when your audience learns by watching and doing, not necessarily just reading. Or you could have it, if it's a short video training, and it's maybe, it could be a series of like 5 1-minute videos, 7 1-minute videos, depending on what your pillars are for your organization, your company, what you're doing. And then on each page where it's delivered, and this is a secret I'm going to share with you, you want to address people where they are and give them the best way of learning something. So just about in every instance, I'll give you a video, the matching audio, and the transcript. It's just value add. Even for a freebie, you could do that. Because if you're going to put that much work into something and you're making it free, people go, wow, this is awesome. I wonder what she does when she's paying for stuff. And truly, in my paid programs, all my videos have the video, the MP4 file, the MP3 audio, and the transcript. So it doesn't matter how you learn. And it doesn't matter how you learn. You can do it your way. And on the podcast notes, I even have the video, the audio, the transcript, and I have two types for the transcript. You can either download the PDF or you can read it right there in the text. So however you need it, I got it for you. Now, on the flip side, here are some formats that often underperform and don't even bother dealing with them. The exhaustive ebook. It's too much commitment. It's not enough quick win, and it's too long. 50-page ebook or whatever. Nobody wants to see that. They want something that they can take, learn from, and do. The next one is the generic resource. Just something, like we said, 10 business tips. Nobody wants that, or they may even want it, but once they download it, they're not going to go through it, consume it, or anything. And then the final one, this is a big one, because people used to use this all the time, the webinar disguised as a freebie. Now, we've gone through enough webinars and master classes, even though they're free, people know that you're going to try to sell them something at the end, unless you say there's no sale, there's no pitch, there's no nothing. But my reason is, why have a webinar? Why have a webinar if you're not going to offer them something? Because the webinar really is to discuss what their problem is, how to solve it, and what they need to do next. And the how to solve it part is your program or whatever you're trying to get them in. And if you make the webinar compelling enough, they will sign up. But everybody knows webinar, masterclass, I don't care what you call it, they know that you're going to try to sell them something. So it's not really free. But on the mini guides, the swipe file, the self-assessment, the short video training, the quick win checklist, they know there might be something there, but they know also that they're getting some value for it. So here's my lead magnet formula. It's called the 1-1-1 formula. One ideal client, know exactly who it's for. One urgent problem, solve one thing, solve it well, and one clear next step. Tell them exactly what to do after the win. That's it. If you keep this idea going forward, this lead magnet and any lead magnet you put out there, it's great. It's awesome. It will work. Here's a title formula for you, and you're probably going to have to go to the show notes so you can see it written out, because sometimes when I say it, it's like confusing. That's why I have the show notes, right? So the title formula is the number or time frame plus the specific action plus the specific outcome plus the specific person that it's for. And let me say that one more time, then I got some examples for you. The number or time frame plus the specific action plus specific outcome plus what specific person this is for. So example number 1, 5 email scripts that re-engage cold leads in under 10 minutes. Number 2 is the 3-step website audit that shows coaches why their traffic is not converting. And finally, this example, 7 visibility strategies that work for purpose-driven entrepreneurs who hate social media. Those actually sound pretty good, and you might see them out there. Okay, it's time for the challenge. Grab your phone or a notepad or open a new note, whatever you got to do. Answer these 4 questions about your next lead magnet. Be specific, no vague answers. And if you follow this template every single time, you're going to have a wonderful, awesome client converting lead magnet. So question 1, who exactly is this for? It's not coaches or entrepreneurs. Which type, at which stage? With which specific problem what specific problem is keeping them up at night or won't let them even fall asleep peacefully? Write 1 sentence that describes your ideal client so clearly that they would read it and say, she's talking about me. Question number 2, what 1 problem does it solve? Not 5 problems, not a generic topic. One urgent specific problem your ideal client is actively trying to solve right now, this second, which is why they're on your website, which is why they followed from your social media or your own podcast or whatever to get here, to get this lead magnet. Or maybe you're guesting on a podcast or a live stream and they're like, I gotta have this thing. I gotta know more about it. If your answer is longer than one sentence, it's too broad. Keep narrowing it down until it's sharp. Question 3, what is a quick win? What result will your ideal client experience within minutes or hours of using your lead magnet? If the result takes days or weeks, it's not a lead magnet, it's a course. Make the win fast, clear, and real. What is the quick win? Remember I told you about the cake pan? That's all I'm trying to do is get you to get a cake pan that fits so you can bake that cake and be proud of it. Then you're going to come back when that person is saying, oh yeah, this is wonderful. They're going to come back for some other recipes, some more cakes, some more pies or whatever you do. Final question. What's the natural next step? What do you want them to do the moment they finish your lead magnet? Book a discovery call, join your program, whatever it is, write it down. Because if you don't know the next step, they won't either. They don't know what to do. And if you don't have a next step in there, they're going to just close that thing, leave it on the hard drive and keep moving. They may come back to it because you had some good point in there. But if you're not telling them, hey, go ahead and call, set up a call, let's schedule a session, whatever. So that's your lead magnet blueprint. Once you're done, post your answers on social media. You can tag me at CSI Corporation so I can see what you're creating and help to cheer you on. Tell you what I think about it, if it helps. Sometimes 4 hours, I got 4 of them. 4 hours are better than 2. I read all the everything that I'm tagged in, and I want to celebrate you into building something that actually converts. Your ideal client is out there right now looking for exactly what you offer. Give them a reason to find you. Is your website ready for prime time? When your ideal prospects land on your website, do they see the true professional you are, or are they greeted by a site that's not quite ready for prime time? For 30 years, we've helped coaches and service providers transform their online presence into powerful client-attracting machines. As a premier website designers in the Atlanta area, we don't just build websites, we create conversion engines that work for you 24/7. Why choose CSI for your wow website? We're experts in authority marketing. We help you convert web visitors into paying clients with our proven unmarketing strategy. We offer complete protection. We'll work hard to keep your website safe from hackers and accessible to all. And we offer purpose-driven results, custom designed for coaches and service providers who want to make a real impact. If you're ready to make an impact with your website, download our free Wow Website Planner today. Inside this planner, it'll give you all the information you need to create your own Wow website. Whether you use us or someone else, you need a wow website that converts web visitors into paying clients. So go to csicorporation.com/planner right now and download the free Wow Website Planner. Now that you know how to create a lead magnet that actually converts into clients, I know you can breathe a sigh of relief, right? Yes, me too. So my client success story spotlight today is mompreneur. Why not? Because it is Mompreneur Week, and I am showcasing 5 mompreneurs. 4 of them are my clients, and one was a guest on one of the podcast episodes when we were talking about living abroad. So let me just tell you about these 5 awesome women. Nadine Mullings Murray, you've heard her name so many times. She's my BFF, she's a client, she's a colleague, she's my coach at times, she's a confidant. But she is also a new bonus mom and wife and entrepreneur. So I felt like I had to showcase her. Sabrina Hammond, she got clear on her identity and shifted her business. I just talked about her, I think, in the last episode. Alnuria Covington, she was the guest that was on my Living Abroad. And at that time, she was going by Crystal Covington, but now she has changed her name because she moved with her husband to Namibia on the African continent and birthed her business with her husband and her youngest child on African soil. I was like, when I read that, I had chills. Actually, for a Black person, a Black American, to go over back to Africa and to have a child on African soil, Whew, that is a lot. So congratulations to you, Alnuria. So proud of you. And my next one is Melissa T. Hinton. Melissa and I have been working together for a while. I did the copy on her site, the Hinton Agency. She has also been a co-author in 4 of my books. So she's a 4-time best-selling author. She is an entrepreneur, veteran, and mom of 3 sons. She created her agency, the Hinton Agency, to serve other entrepreneurs. And finally, Barbara Gentry Pugh. Barbara has been a client of mine for several years now, right? I think beginning around, I was going to say 2020, but it might have been before then, but it's been a while. She's an award-winning author, nurse, coach, and speaker. She continues to walk in purpose, service, and faith-driven impact well beyond the age most people think success should slow down. Tell you what, she hasn't slowed down. She hasn't stopped. She is doing her thing. It was so funny when I first met her. She used to wear a wig, like a gray, kind of silver gray wig. And I saw her in something I can't remember, and I was like, "Your hair is beautiful." And now she totally has it out. I think it's just about all white, maybe a little bit of gray in there, but she looks beautiful, so professional and awesome looking, and she has a following that loves her. So congratulations, all these mompreneurs. And if I didn't mention you, don't worry about it. You are a mompreneur, and celebrate yourself this week. I created the Mompreneur Visibility Authority System for you. So go to csrcorporation.com/MVAS and check it out and see how it can help you do better, do more, make more. Hey there, would you like to be a guest on the Unmarket Your Business podcast? Simple. All you need to do is go to unmarketyourbusiness.com/podcast. You ready for your spotlight? Be on the lookout. All you need to do is be awesome by either being a client or by letting me know you used, did, or followed the advice you heard right here on a previous episode. Post it on social and be sure to tag me at CSI Corporation and use the hashtag Best Unmarketing Strategy. And shout out to Melissa Green. Thank you so much for suggesting this episode. I hope it was all that you wanted and more. And stick around for next week when we talk about what happens after. Let's restate this challenge because it is so important. So I just want to run over it real quick, what you're supposed to do with this lead magnet creation blueprint. These 4 questions. Who exactly is this for? Number 2, what one problem does it solve? Number 3, what is the quick win? And number 4, what's the natural next step? And all you need to do is write a sentence for each of them and then put it all together. And you're going to trim it down so that you can get one clean, descriptive sentence for a headline about your lead magnet, and you're golden. As we recap this episode, the first thing that stands out is you need to build your lead magnet for your audience and what they want and need to succeed and what they're looking for, not for you. Number 2, your lead magnet's first impression mirrors meeting someone in person. Make it count. Make it beautiful. Make it professional. Make it sound good. No spelling errors. Easy to download and all of that, because that is going to start the relationship you have with this person. And if you make it good and like, this is great, they're going to keep on going. Whether if they have a bad experience, they're probably not going to come back. And number 3, always use the 1-1-1 formula to create a lead magnet that truly converts. And that 1-1-1 formula is 1 ideal client, 1 urgent problem, 1 clear next step. Don't leave any of those out. And if you think I'm creating this for one specific type of person that has this 1 urgent problem that they want to get solved so they can go on to the next thing, and then 1 clear next step, that is the golden era right there. Would you like to get free coaching from me? Simple. All you need to do is go to unmarketyourbusiness.com/podcast. An update on the Perfectly Positioned to Soar book project. I only need 4 more authors. Are you my next best-selling author? Come on in. Like I said, there are only 4 spots left. Reach out to me anywhere on social media at CSI Corporation. Say, Carol, I am interested in this. Tell me all about it. and I will send you all the details. We're going to close this out probably next week. I do have an interest meeting coming up next, I believe it's Wednesday or Thursday, but just go to unmarketyourbusiness.com/soar, and you will have to register just your name and email address. I can keep up with who's there, and you can find out all the information you need to know about on that interest meeting. Hope to see you there. So thank you so much for joining in on this and being a part of this podcast episode. I truly thank you for tuning in. I know there are so many choices out there and things going on that you could do anything, be anywhere. So I'm glad that you're spending this time with me. Now, next episode is what about after the download. Today, I just went through everything you needed to know about your lead magnet, what works, what doesn't, the 1-1-1 formula, all of that. But next week, we're talking about what happens after someone downloads your lead magnet, because getting the opt-in is just the beginning. To get them to click, to see it, to get them to click it, to download it, your work ain't over. We got more to do. And I'll walk you through exactly what your email welcome sequence needs to say to turn a new subscriber into a paying client. So be sure not to miss that. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you would do me a favor, if you found this episode valuable to you, please leave me a review on whatever platform you're listening on. You can also share it with your audience or your other people, so other people can find out about it and learn to do this stuff as well. I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much. And I will see you next time. And thank you for being part of the 200th episode. Yay! Bye for now. Thank you for listening to the Unmarket Your Business podcast. Heard something you want to take action on? Great. Check out the show notes on unmarketyourbusiness.com/podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. Please do me a favor and leave a review on whatever platform you use to access this podcast. It really helps us to spread the word and get this podcast in front of the entrepreneurs that need it. See you next episode.